Hi, so I decided to make a video about why I am joining the Air Force. And this isn't a poem and it isn't anything creative. I'm not even reading this off a script. I'm just gonna sort of talk as I go, and I learned how to edit videos better. So if I make a mistake, I can pretend it didn't happen. So the reason I'm making this video is because I definitely want to make more videos about joining the Air Force, and I want to start vlogging once I ship out, and I just want to have advice for people because I cannot find a lot of videos about this, especially for girls, because it's a little different. And I have a brother who is in the Air Force right now. He's currently overseas. He's safe, but he's overseas. And he's definitely a big reason why I want to do this. But the main reason why I'm making this video is because most of my friends are not against me joining, but they are very cautious, I guess. They are worried, first of all, and second of all, they think that I'm passing up on a lot of opportunities by doing this, that I'm sort of just throwing away my young adult life, which I guess, depending on how you look at it, sort of true and sort of not. Because, yes, I am not joining college right away, and so I'll miss out on parties and just the experience of living on my own. But along with that, I'll also not have any student debt. I won't have to worry about food. I won't have to worry about transportation. It's all taken care of for me. And that's a big reason why I'm joining. So if I ever bring up that I have a DEP meeting, which is DEP, which stands for Delayed Entry Program, every time I say, oh, I can't do this, I have a meeting, blah, 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 they'll get this face, and it's mostly my best friend who I've known since I was 8, and he'll get this face, and I can tell he doesn't want me to leave, and anything I bring up that is related to the Air Force makes him upset, and that's understandable because we've been such a constant in each other's lives that he can't imagine not seeing me every day, and obviously I can't imagine not seeing him every day either. And when I picture him in a cap and gown, I get a little teary. But it's all part of getting out of this routine that we have, and I do admit right now I am a slave of this routine of getting up early in the morning, getting dressed in the dark, going to school for even the short amount of time that I do, because I don't take that many classes this year because I'm a senior and I don't need to. So it's sort of like I'm not at my school that often, so I feel detached. I feel like I'm sort of graduated already, but I always have to go back. But every time I go back, there's this barrier. So I'm out of touch of everything. I never hear announcements. I never know what's going on. I never know when the dances are, if there are food drives. Not that I'm really involved in any of that, but it's still weird because people are talking about it and I have no idea what they're talking about. So if you're deciding to enlist, there are going to be people that are against it, that are going to be worried about you, and that just don't see it as the right choice, especially for someone like me, because I'm definitely on the artsy side, and a lot of people in my life think that I'll be wasting my talent if I join the military, which is completely not true. If the people in your life are giving you cold feet for making a decision about your life, obviously you have to take it in and you have to think about it. And so if you are getting cold feet, you have to think about the pros and the cons, and you have to think about how it will benefit you. Because yes, these people are your friends, yes, these people are your family, but the whole point of making this decision, it is your first step into becoming independent. It's the same thing as deciding where you're going to college and what you want to do with the rest of your life. Which brings me into another point where you do not know what you want to do with the rest of your life at age 18. And having to pay a bunch of money and go to a college for something you're not 100% sure about is a stupid expectation, honestly. And joining the Air Force or any branch in the military makes it so you have 4 years or 6 years, depending on how long you sign up for. You have that time to think about what you want to do, what you want to major in when you go to college, and when you get out, college is free. So it's just more organized in my head when I think about it that way, and I don't know about anyone else thinking about it, but that's definitely a big thing, is having all this time to think, to find new interests, to just form this person. You're by yourself with no one else to really affect you and say, oh, I've known you for this long, I really think that you'd enjoy doing this. But that's not the point, because it's you. It's your life, and you need to take in what you know about yourself. You need to form your own opinion about yourself, because a lot of times you have this opinion on yourself, but it's not real because it's taken in from everyone. So you need to form this opinion on yourself and your self-interests and make a decision. And sometimes it's going to take a while. For example, right now, I have no idea what I want to do. I definitely want to write. That's definitely something I want to do, but I don't want to major in writing or English because I think that's silly, and I don't like being told how to do something that I love. So, writing is a big thing I want to do with my life, but there are so many things I want to learn, and I think majoring in something you want to learn is a lot better than majoring in something you already love and you're good at, in your opinion, and maybe some other people's opinions. So, running out of breath here. So, for example, I want to learn more about botany, and I want to learn more about psychology. Those are two things that I'm very much leaning towards to major in, but I still don't know, and I'm not going to know when I graduate high school. But thankfully, I am enlisted, so I'll have 4 years to travel within the restraints of the military, obviously, to travel, to think, and to live on my own, but still under this, I don't want to say safety, because after basic training and after tech school, you're more free, and it's sort of like living in college. And obviously there are restrictions because you have room checks, you still have to wear a uniform a lot, and stuff like that. Sorry. So, just completely lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. So, you'll be able to pick that major, and first and second of all, it'll be free for the most part, because sometimes there are different rules and they won't pay for something, but I think that's more or less not a thing anymore. But I will definitely look into that and talk more about it in more videos if I make more, because I'm kind of worried about this one. So, when it all comes down to it, it is your future, and when people say things that make you doubt what you want to do, especially if it's something sort of more permanent, like joining the military, you need to look ahead. And I know a lot of people say live in the present, don't live in the past, don't look too far ahead because you get stressed out. But when stuff like that happens and people give you cold feet based more on their opinion than yours, you definitely need to look ahead and say, how is what they're saying going to affect me in a year or two, especially if you're a senior, because so much is going to change in a year because people are just going to go separate ways. And so you definitely need to picture that. You need to picture that branching out and think, this person might not even know me in a year. So the fact that they're saying this is completely irrelevant to my life. But if it's a family member or a friend that you can't imagine not keeping in contact with, which is my case, you just have to say to yourself, I love this person, but they are voicing their own opinion and they don't really expect you to change yours. And it's going to sound that way. It's going to sound like I do not support this. I'm sad you're going. Please don't leave. And if that's really the case, and if they really want you to stay and they really are going to push you to stay, then you don't want them in your life, obviously. But if they are a person that you love and they love you and they care about you, so either family member, a best friend, significant other, I don't know, they are just saying that to express their own affection towards you and their own care towards you. So it's not necessarily they're trying to sabotage your plans. They're just trying to express their concern and care and affection for you and your future because they want you to be a good person. They want you to have a good life. Your well-being is important to them, as is their own. If that makes sense. If anything I've said has made sense. I really hope this was recording. So, I just checked the time on how long this video was, and it's almost 14 minutes. So, I'm going to wrap it up. And this is the first video I've ever made where I talk to a camera, just like a friendly chat. So, I'm sorry if it's a little messy, if it's a little hard to follow, but please let me know, and maybe, at risk of sounding like a cliche YouTuber, please give it a thumbs up and comment. I don't really care if you subscribe. It's not putting money in my pocket, so... But let me know what you think and if this helps you at all, and if it sort of gets rid of your cold feet a little bit, because my brother gave me these kinds of talks and it definitely helped me out, so I'm just giving it to everyone else who is struggling right now with this kind of decision. So, thank you for watching and I wish you luck.